Chapter 7 of Untethered, Living Untethered by Michael Singer. Chapter 7, The World You Live in. If you want to know where the moment in front of you came from, it makes sense to go to our scientists. They have inquired about this as far back as Aristotle and Plato. From the beginning of our existence, humans have pondered, where did all of this come from? What made it? Why is it here? If we ask scientists today, they will say that what you're looking at when you look at the outside world is actually a blending of much smaller objects. Your eyesight and all your senses are averaging molecular structures. As we've already explored, you are not actually looking out at the world. It is coming into you through your senses. To see how this works, let's examine the nature of color. When you look at the world, it certainly appears to have color, but other than light itself, objects have no color. The only reason you experience color is because the light bounces off the objects has color. You see this when examining a prism. If you shine light through a prism, you will get different colors. It is called the electromagnetic spectrum. Light has different wavelengths, and you perceive each visible wavelength as color. Remember ROYGBIV: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. They make up the colors of the visible part of the light spectrum. When light waves hit a physical object, the different atoms and molecules of that object absorb some frequencies of the light and reflect others. Objects themselves have no color. It is the light reflecting off them that has the different colors we perceive. This is a perfect example of how truth is not always what it appears to be. We will see this time and again as we examine the true nature of what consciousness experiences. Scientists used to think the atom was the smallest possible unit, and it could not be subdivided any further. Today we understand that an atom is composed of electrons, neutrons, and protons. It forms the basic unit of everything we look at every day. We could stop right here and have some fun with the very personal way we look at things. For example, what exactly do you mean when you say you like something? What is it you claim to be liking? If you like the color of the wall, that's like saying you like part of the electromagnetic spectrum and not the other parts. Likewise with any outside object. Do you really like some atoms and not others? It gets a little weird, doesn't it? The truth is very powerful because all you're ever looking at is a bunch of atoms with light bouncing off them. After hundreds of years of study, scientists have told us that atoms get pulled together into molecules through the laws of covalent and ionic bonds. This may sound complicated, but they are really just the laws of magnetism determining which atoms will bond together. These laws, in turn, determine what you will see in the world outside. Certainly at this level, you can see that it's not personal. It has nothing to do with you. You don't decide which atoms or molecules bond together naturally. It's been going on all over the universe for billions of years. Our scientists have told us there are currently only 118 different types of atoms in the known universe, with 92 of them occurring naturally on Earth. These are what make up the periodic table of elements. The periodic table represents the building blocks of what you are seeing and interacting with every moment of your life. This is not just on Earth. All the stars, the planets, and everything everywhere that we've encountered are made from these basic elements. Many of you have studied the natural sciences in school, but what if you apply what you've learned to your everyday life? What's in front of you is simply the accumulation of mass amounts of atoms being pulled together by the laws of nature It's all just science. Nothing is personal. Becoming personally offended by the flow of atoms as they pass by you is so illogical. Why would you get upset because of how a bunch of atoms join together? Don't worry, before we're done, we will have fully explored the phenomena of getting personally upset over a bunch of atoms. From here, it gets really interesting because the question becomes, where did the atoms come from? Now we're inquiring about the origin of matter. Understanding where the atoms come from can give you a sense of your place in the universe. All that's happening in your daily life is your consciousness is looking at electrons, neutrons, and protons that have pulled together to form atoms and molecules. Since this is the world you live in, let's take time to explore where it all came from. Understanding this has the potential to alter your entire view of life.